Hello, students, and welcome back to bankexamstudy.com. My name is Ramandeep Singh, and first of all, I want to congratulate all my students who have cracked the PNB SO credit and risk management exams. So, I did the course for credit manager as well as for the risk manager. A lot of my students cracked the exams. I'm really happy for them. बहुत सारे students के मुझे message आए. I'm really happy for you, for all of you. Now you need to prepare for the interviews because interview, this is the main game. Okay, so how you should start your preparation and what you need to study, this is important. So what to study, what to cover? First of all, the personal questions are important here. The personal questions: who are you, where do you work, and what are your job responsibilities, which products do you sell, whatever you are doing, they are going to ask questions from that. For example, you are working in an AMC, or let's say you are working in a branch, in the branch banking, right? They are going to ask questions related to your job profile, right? Whatever you are doing right now, they are going to ask questions regarding your job profile. That is very important to be noted. Personal questions, right? Can you move all around India? Can you? uh, the various questions, the personal questions, okay. uh, so where do you see yourself 5 years from now, right? The general questions, right? Your education, the questions regarding your education. Once it is done, now they'll move to the professional questions. First of all, once you enter the, you know, the interview room, the panel there, to make you comfortable, आपको comfortable बनाने के लिए, they're going to ask you personal questions, ठीक है? Anything regarding you, right? Your education, what do your father do, what do your, where do you live, do you live alone, this and that, are you married, are you unmarried, how many kids do you have, can you move anywhere around India, okay? Basic questions. What is your work experience, with how many companies you have worked, right? These kind of questions. Once it is done, once the basics are done, this question is going to, decide what kind of questions they are going to ask further down the interviews. आगे क्या पूछने वाले हैं? If you are a chartered accountant, the questions का criteria difficulty level would be changed, ठीक है? Then the basic banking questions. You are going to join a bank, you should have a basic understanding of banking products and processes, right? You have applied, you are surpassing the clerk or PO level. आप वो surpass करके आगे join कर रहे हो. You should have the basic knowledge of banking products, the basic banking products. You should know how it works, what are the various kinds of FDs, what are flexi FDs, what are the processes of credit cards. The basic process you should know. What are NEFT transactions? There are RBI regulations regarding NEFT transactions, RTGS, right? What is SWIFT code? What is SWIFT? The foreign currency transactions. The basic understanding, the basic general banking, you should have the understanding. Then the NPA wala topic is very important because it is regarding credit and the risk. So banking issues and insolvency and bankruptcy code is very important. NPAs, bankruptcy code and Sarfasi Act, they are very important. And the RBI circulars related to uh, RBI circulars related to the NPA and Sarfasi Act, they are also very important. Okay. RBI circulars are very important related to credit and risk management. All the RBI circulars related to branch banking, related to NPAs, related to large exposure framework, related to priority sector lending, urban cooperative banks, right? RRBs, payment gateways, right? Any financial institutions, RBI circulars are very important. Okay, these are very important. Every month there are hardly 6 or 7 important circulars, and I cover all of them. So I highly recommend you to go through my RBI circulars videos and notes. पिछले एक साल के देख लें. It'll hardly take you a day, but the kind of knowledge you are going to get out of those videos and those notes, that will be immense, right? I'm working on these RBI circulars, notifications from last 6 years. मैं 6 साल से पढ़ रहा हूँ. And I can tell you that is the best study material that you are going to get into your course. If you have already bought the course, आप वो पढ़ रहे होंगे, that is the best study material that we have for this exam, right? Any credit manager who's having in-depth knowledge of RBI circulars, right? So basically he's following the guidelines. Usko RBI की guidelines पता है. So he's a intelligent guy. That's it. That's what every interviewer is going to check, whether you are following the RBI guidelines or not, right? While checking a file, अगर आपको basic knowledge, you have the knowledge of large exposure guidelines, you have the knowledge of large exposure guidelines, yeah, you have the knowledge of priority sector lending guidelines, right? Or you have the knowledge of government schemes, okay, or you have the basic understanding of the RBI ka circulars, right, regarding opening a current account, regarding giving your LCs, letter of credit is important. मैंने लिखा भी होगा शायद, letter of LCs, LC, yeah, LCs is important. If you have the basic understanding of that, that's great. Basic understanding of CIBIL, how it works, and financial statement analysis. You should know, you should be able to read a basic balance sheet, the ratio analysis. You should know what is EPS, what is diluted EPS. You should be able to understand a basic financial statement. Then a basic understanding of derivatives and swaps. It is beneficial, right? It is beneficial, I would say. Types of loans are basic. I won't say basic, the in-depth understanding of loans, how housing loan works, how educational loans works, what are the PSL, priority sector lending guidelines for that, right? Understanding, you should have understanding how business loans work. Can you get a loan from one bank and open a current account in another bank? ये एक latest RBI का circular है. Please keep that in mind. Okay. So types of loans, very, very important. Loan documentation is again very important, and then Basel norms are important. All these topics are very, very important. And along with that, I hope you are already reading banking awareness. Banking awareness digest that we release. That I have, every month I release it. So, our bank exams today release it. So, isko padhe. All these topics are according to me sufficient. Kuch extra bhi hai. Please go through them. What I have done is I have compiled all of them, and I'm making videos. I have already done a lot of videos of our RBI circulars for the general banking product, for the credit management. You can do it yourself. If you want to do, you can do it yourself. But if you don't have time, right? If you are like, yes, I need somebody to help me out, I'm here for you. We can also conduct mock interviews. So interview preparation course, link to the form, link to join the course is available in the description. Please check it and just go through the videos, right? And just go through the notes that I'm providing. And that would be sufficient. That will boost your confidence actually. Even if they are not going to ask the exact question, jo course mein hai, this course will boost your confidence actually. You'll be confident that I know banking, I know credit management, I know documentation, I know priority sector lending ka guidelines. So you will have a understanding, you'll have a confidence, and confidence is important. Once you have have the confidence of, you have conversational confidence, while talking. If you are confident enough about whatever you are talking, you will crack the interview. How you will get that confidence? Just take that class. Just go through the classes and get that confidence and just crack the interview. That is what my recommendation for you. The topics that I have told you, just go through them. Just go through them. Then the basic topics, other topics, the RBI ka monetary policy. RBI ka monetary policy. Just go through that as well. Sometimes they are going to ask you what is SLR, CRR, or financial, industry, the whole financial industry, pure India ki. So you have the basic understanding of that. That is it. Basic banking and credit management. That is a topic you need to learn. I hope you have already done that to crack your exams, but now it's time to have confidence, right? So that's what I recommend you. The link is available in the description. Please check the link. And you can just go through the classes that I have provided, okay? And that's actually all for today, students. Thank you and have a very nice day. If there is any doubt in your mind, I always recommend all my students to ask the doubts in the super chat, and I'm in the super chat or even in that comment section. I'm going to answer your doubts anytime. If there is any doubt, please ask your doubts. I always, I highly recommend you to ask your doubts. Okay. So I guess that's all for today, students. Thank you, and have a very, very nice